Hi, I'm Andy Kaufman, host of the People and Projects podcast. In the next week, I'm interviewing Scott Belsky about his book, The Messy Middle. It comes out, I think it's in October. It's worth pre-ordering. It's a good book. And he's got a chapter that talks about when you're hiring, look for people who have endured adversity. Man, I've found that to be so true. And it's an easy thing to miss when we're going through the hiring process. He has a quote. I mean, check out this quote here. That life has this way of maturing us in ways that age doesn't necessarily do. And I say this because in our Leadership Fast Track program, where we put a group of leaders through a period of months to help develop their leadership skills. And one of the exercises that people do is it's called their leadership journey. And it comes from a book by Fred Keel. Fred talks about how a lot of times we think it's someone's education. We think it's the family they grew up in. How much money did they have? We think it's what schools did they go to? Did they have mentors along the way? And if you had those things, then you're going to be successful. And those things do impact our success. But there's other things that even when people don't have that, they turn out to be good leaders. So anyway, what this exercise does is have people think through their past. And what Fred Keel found in his research is that it really comes down to, can people put together a coherent narrative of how their past has led to who they are today? It's his way of saying they had adversity, but they endured it. And he has plenty of examples of how that has led to great leaders. And I got to tell you, the people that go through the Leadership Fast Track program and they write those essays, it is amazing what people have gone through, and that's formed who they are today. So in the weeks ahead, if you're doing some hiring, look for the normal stuff that you do. You know, their technical competence, their fit within the culture, but look for how they have endured adversity. Not just that they've gone through adversity. Maybe they lost a job, maybe they had a tough boss, but how did they endure it? Because how they endured it, the lessons that they took from it, are things that could easily carry over into this job to make them better, or they're still bitter. And if you're going through adversity right now, and I feel like I'm surrounded with people that are going through adversity, guess what? It might be the thing that's forming you right now. And what I would challenge you to do is to look at past adversity and what helped you through those times to endure it. When I do that for my adversity, it's almost always, when I look back, it has to do with my faith, has to do with family and friends, and it has to do with choices that I made at the moment that I'm not going to tolerate whatever situation it was. And it's making choices to get past it and not just to let it take me under. So maybe that's what you need to hear today. That adversity, get the lessons you can out of it. Rely on your faith in your family and your friends. And what choices do you need to make to get past this? Hey, you know what? Leave a comment. What lessons have you learned about enduring adversity? What is it that helps you? And also, what do you think about this idea of when you're hiring, of looking not just that they've gone through adversity, but they've endured it and how they endured it? I'm interested in your take on that. Leave a comment. Have a great one.